Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the brand new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of Spaceballs. In a distant galaxy, planet Spaceball has depleted its air supply, leaving its citizens reliant on a product called Parody. In desperation, Spaceballs leader President Scroob orders the evil Dark Helmet to kidnap Princess Vespa of oxygen-rich Druidia and hold her hostage in exchange for air. But help arrives for the princess in the form of renegade space pilot Lone Star and his half-man, half-dog partner, Barf. Spaceballs is a movie I grew up with. I remember seeing this on cable television a bunch of times when I was growing up. I was a big fan of Star Wars and Alien and a bunch of the movies that this film parodies. It's a funny movie, but rewatching it, it doesn't really hit my adult sensibilities that much. It's not very dignified. It's very much of its time. It's an 80s sensibility as far as the comedy goes, so it didn't resonate that much with me, but it is a very well-made parody movie. It has its funny moments, and I'm glad it finally came out on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. The movie itself is a light recommendation for me, but would I recommend this 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition? Let's find out. So if you decide to pick up Spaceballs on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray in the United States, there's only one version to pick from, and it is the standard edition slipcover from Kino Lorber. And the front features this really good looking poster artwork, and on the back we have some information about the movie, its technical specs, as well as what special features are offered on here. Take off the slipcover, and the case itself looks exactly the same as its slipcover counterpart. And the discs here, we just have some plain Jane KL Studios discs. For visuals on Spaceballs, we have native 4K, and this is full screen, so you will not have any black bars at the top and the bottom. And Spaceballs hovered between being a great picture and being a very kind of average picture. Some of the details on the close-ups and the skin tones and some of the environments look phenomenal, but other times some farther away scenes and some scenes where there's some special effects being used, it doesn't look nearly as good. And I get it, this movie didn't have hundreds of millions of dollars in its budget, so it's not going to look the best. It's a parody, and the fact that it doesn't look great is kind of part of the charm of it. It just kind of detracted from the overall feeling for me. When you compare it to 80s movies like The Shining, this movie just doesn't hold up as far as visual quality goes, but it is the best the movie has ever looked, and it was a fine presentation overall. And for audio, we have a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 mix. I was not expecting to get Dolby Atmos on here, and I'm not upset at all that it isn't here. This mix is just fine. It does the job. You can always hear audio, which is sometimes a problem when you get back to some older movies that don't have a great mix. Sound effects sound great, but I had to turn it up quite a bit to get my subwoofer and my soundbar to be rocking. Usually that's a lot easier on 4K discs, but this one lacked a bit of a punch, so it was a bit disappointing, but it was a serviceable mix. So would I recommend Spaceballs on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray? I'm going to have to say wait for a sale on this. This is $20 and the Blu-ray is less than $10. I don't think this is worth more than twice what the Blu-ray is. If this gets down to $15, which might be a little bit hard to do, I would say pick it up then. And if you're a big fan of this movie, I'm sure you're already going to pick it up and you don't need my recommendation to do that, but I just wouldn't recommend it at $20. There's a lot better titles at $20 for you to pick up. So wait on Spaceballs, but it is a fun film and the transfer and the audio track were fine. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
When does this happen in the movie? Give me paw!
Spaceballs, the movie.
How do I know you're not making faces at me under that thing?